So we're going to discuss activities for the elderly, and elderly can be anything over 50.
Yes, over 50.
Because you get people with maybe dementia or so that they might be in an old age home or a retirement centre, but even at home. And the biggest problem is keeping busy. A lot of these people have been very active, and they might have been our judges or, you know, very prominent in society, looking after children and working. And then suddenly they are sitting in a place where they need to be stimulated.
Yes.
What do you have available in your retirement centre?
Well, first of all, we have a lot of people here who had very high society jobs, very high profile jobs. And so they have had to make themselves busy. Some are still busy outside of the home, but there's all sorts of things that they can do. Being a Christian home, we have prayer meetings, we have church services, we have sing-songs, and then they do entertain with, like, the police band will come along and play, and on that day we'll get cream scones, and that's why we always go. And then there's other things that they have, mainly in the afternoon: Scrabble, Rummikub.
Sorry, is this a list
This
that
is
they've
a
sent
list
out?
of, yes, a list of bingo.
Okay.
Bingo.
In a Christian home?
But there's no gambling. There's no gambling. There's art classes. There's a library. There's two stores, a clothing store and a crockery and kitchenware store, where people have died and the family have donated it to Glenhaven, and then they sell that for money for the fund that caters for them. They have a knitting and sewing circle. They have a bookshop.
I just want to ask you, who organises the knitting and sewing circle, and who organises the little shops?
Yes, and they have a tuck shop. The residents.
The residents are active doing
get
it.
active in that. So different residents do different things. Some will do library, some will do White Elephant, some will do the tuck shop, and they don't sell the tuck shop at a profit. They sell it at the price they've paid for it. So that gives them the money to buy the next lot.
Okay.
But the people love their little chocolates and their sweeties and their chippies and that sort of thing.
But now, you've mentioned some people go outside, they can drive. What about those that need to go shopping that can't drive?
Right. Twice a week they have buses, 2 buses. When I say buses, they like these big combi buses, and they go to different shopping areas, and there's a list where you can put your name down and you can go, and they go at a certain time, they come back at a certain time, but they give you 2 hours to do your shopping. So you can go to different shopping centres. I don't know if you want me to name them.
No, the one I know with a spa, they give like pensioners discounts and...
Yes,
so.
well, you know, there's Pick and Pay, there's Checkers, there's Dis-Chem, there's other chemists, there's...
But what if somebody gets lost? Like, or do they go? Because do they go
the,
together?
The driver drops you, and when you come back, he checks that everyone that was on his bus is taken back at the right time, and so no one is really lost, and they all look after each other and help each other and say, "Come, the bus is coming now. We must get on the bus." Then you can even go to the Wimpy.
Nice.
Maybe a little bit early for the bus, or you can have a cup of coffee somewhere, you know. So twice a week, on a Tuesday and a Friday, they have, and then they also have a bus that takes you to our churches, well, our overall South African church that has like an op shop, or where they sell
charity, but it's high quality. It's very high quality.
Very high quality charity shop, and they take you once a month to go and visit if you want to buy anything, or clothing or something like that.
Okay.
So they do have a bus going there.
I just want to say that this little booklet has got a lot of items in it that we'll put into the course as well.
This little booklet gives the birthday.
Sorry, this is the Globe. This is the newspaper, and it's got all the, what to do in there, and it's got the birthdays and
all the things that are knitted,
articles that
and the flowers that are sold. People sell plants that they've made. People sell dried fruit that they've made, jam that they've made.
Okay.
So there's all that sort of thing in that people will sell their things.
So that's also a community idea, and it costs the printing, but it just brings people together to know what's happening.
Yes, and if you see, we had some really highly qualified singers, old people, that came and sang one day and acted.
Oh, wow.
So probably originally from some acting place.
Wow. So that's actually an excellent idea. Just a little bit of communication and networking through a simple, and most of them can read this.
Yes, they do. And we have what we call a chaplain's corner, and then we have a spiritual pastor. The one is the chaplain's corner, and he sees to not only your spiritual needs but also runs the whole committee, and the other one is available for any spiritual help if it's individual and you want to go and just sit there without anyone else hearing what you're saying. Yeah,
but like counselling almost.
Yes.